This is round 7 of the Optus Cup, and the Dragons on a roll. They have advanced to 8 competition points, 4th position on the ladder. Arcoin taking them out. Not the biggest of crowds, but all the same a vocal red and white army here. Peter Sterling, as we look at the St George line, he'll be part of the Queensland squad, but he's also a contender for the Queensland captaincy this season. And Nathan Brown, when we're talking about representative honours, the country origin side to be announced tomorrow night. A head-to-head battle today with the incumbent country hooker Chiriako Mesha. Should be a great battle. And Gavin Clinch, the number 7 for the Dragons, has settled in nicely to that position. Now the Western Suburbs Magpies. Hardly been a fruitful season for the Black and Whites, but an improved performance last week against Newcastle, an 8-4 loss at Campbelltown. They come to Cogra today knowing they haven't won at this ground since 1989.
Cricketing terms, where the batsman comes in and tries to play between mid-off and mid-on. It's the way David Waite likes his team to play, as Hearn straight through.
Tony Hearn has batted his way through the front line. A worrying sign for Western Suburbs. A 30-metre burst from Tony Hearn. Saints on the attack inside the Magpies 20. Ainscoe in the play for Coyne. Now 10 metres out. Channeling inside was Bell. He couldn't get the pass away. The Dragons 5 metres out. Bell. Here it is with Ainscoe. Inside for Bartram. Langmack was up there to make the tackle. Scrappy play the ball. Bell has a dart the blind side, kicking through. Langmack cleans up for Western Suburbs, but Hewitt has called a knock on. Western Suburbs 10 metres inside their own half, and Howard just wants plenty of the football. Really warming to the task of leading the way from the front. Now Langmack for Ken McGuinness out wide. Looking dangerous, offloading for Lang. Asiri Lang is away. Hardy came in defence. Bill Dunn in support. The cover defence of Tracy was there. They're 15 metres out. It's the last tackle. McGuinness, long pass for Skandalis. Batted on by Georgalis. Now with Pearson. The kick is too strong and over the sideline. And around the legs. Millard here for Howard. Howard really stretching out as he gets close to the line. Brown made the tackle, but another 10 metres made by the Western Suburbs front rower. Skandalis follows. Upended by Nathan Brown. But this is one of the best starts to the season Western Suburbs have made in a match. Raper again in the line. Georgalis was around the legs. It's the last tackle. Gavin Clinch, will he test out Leeds again? They kick more across field for Willis's wing. Bell comes through! Clean catch, was it for Mark Bell? It's knocked on, says Matt Hewitt. Spectacular action in the corner.
Oh, he's done everything but score the try, Mark Bell. It looked odds on as though he'd plucked the ball out of the air. But this should show it up perfectly. He doesn't get the ball down, towering over the top of Willis, onto his back. Willis did a good job to keep his arms in there, and the ball came loose.
Well in front of any other contender on the field. Leeds kicking. Pearson and Willis are both offside the chasers. It's going to bounce back. It comes nicely for Bell, then for Raper. He goes over the 40-metre line. Pearson was forced to come from behind to make the tackle. Coyne for Thompson. Ooh, crept up a little high. Skandalis is going to be called out. John Skandalis. It was only really a loose arm that brushed across the head, but just in that careless category from the young front rower.
Yeah, it was just a very clumsy tackle. I've got to give the referee a rap this afternoon. On a couple of occasions, he's had a look at the defensive team, and they've been a touch in front of him, a little bit offside, but because there's been some momentum with the opposition attack, he's called play on.
Now right on the Western Suburbs goal line, Brown to Clinch, a dummy. Clinch goes through, put down by Ward. Willis comes back for Western Suburbs. Hardy makes the tackle on the 20.
Well, that's a bomb try. Gavin Clinch did a great job to get through the defence. And both Damien Kennedy and James Smith out there now for Western Suburbs. In fact, Smith made that tackle as Clinch puts the kick into the in-goal area. Now it's bounced up nicely for Andrew Leeds.
He's got a clip there, and the touch judge is coming on. Cherry Mesher, I think you'll find, is the player who'll be called out here. It was maybe a little shoulder on Gavin Clinch. He certainly took the big dive at the end of it. And Brandon Pearson's the player they're going to call out. Mesher's the player who puts the little shoulder in. Gavin Clinch on his own 10-metre line. Thompson, the player who will bring it back. The Rookie of the Year with the Dragons last season, also their top tackler. And looking to offload, well, that's an interesting one because he was looking to pass. I wouldn't say it was deliberately stripped at all.
No, not at all. That's a tough call against the Magpies, and now those penalties, as Steve pointed out, really starting to become a major problem. Lance Thompson, no doubt, is looking to get the football away, and Des Hasler, in his attempt to stop the pass being thrown, has forced the ball loose. I think that's a tough call.
He's had his trouble since returning from a 2-game suspension. Hasn't been able to get any consistency in his play. Pearson, here's a chance for the Magpies. Pearson turns around Bell. He's got Willis on his outside. Now he finds Willis. Willis is in the end goal. Has he forced it? No, says Hewitt. Oh, exciting rugby league from Western Suburbs.
We saw it close at the other end involving Mark Bell, and this time Western Suburbs really did a good job here. The Langmack pass was a beauty. Mark Bell, staying with his winger, opened up the inside for Brandon Pearson. He gets a magnificent ball back inside, but the two number twos come together, and Mark Bell, a great try-saving tackle on Darren Willis.
Still on for the Mag. 13 tackles and 7 hit-ups for Ward. Hardy turning it inside. Quick hands from Tracy. Cleaned up here by Ainscough. Meshes the chaser. Ainscough, the ball comes loose. Lang puts the foot down. 10 out from the St George line. And all of a sudden the Dragons having to scramble yet again. Hasler. Long pass from Hasler. Langmack palms it on one-handed for Pearson. Pearson straightens up and through. Steps Clinch and puts the ball down for a Magpies try. Western Suburbs. Some good rugby league from the Magpies. They lead 6-2.
They've capitalised very well, Western Suburbs. A mistake by St George on the far side. That pass from Tracy behind Ainscough. And then Lang comes up with the football after Cherry Mesher stripped the ball clear. It looked as though the chance to the left-hand side, and you can see big numbers out to the left for Western Suburbs had come undone because of the poor pass. But Brandon Pearson, so strong, through the tackle, straightens up again. Gavin Clinch hangs on desperately, but to no avail. Des Hasler realised that the cutout pass was the way to go, but it brought things undone. But finally, Pearson came back straight through the tackle of Colin Ward. And Gavin Clinch unable to stop Brandon Pearson, who seems to be getting better the longer this game goes on. Marvellous defence there from the Western Suburbs side. That will please Tom Rodonicus no end. He worked very hard after making the mistake from the restart. Now Harvey Howard, who really has put his hand up since coming back into this side, offloads to Hasler.
And Pearson, so dangerous today. Brandon Pearson around the outside of Coyne. Now Darren Willis, the run for the line from 20 out. Oh, it's easy for Willis. Scintillating league from the Magpies. Second try and they lead by 10-2.
Well, Brandon Pearson must know that this is an important game for his representative career because he's on fire at the moment, and this has come from nothing. A tremendous offload from Harvey Howard. Steve Roach spoke about his second phase play. That's beautiful stuff. Des Hasler backing up. He gives it to Pearson. If we freeze it there, you can see that he's well and truly covered here by a couple of speed men with not a lot of ground to work in. But Brandon Pearson, as play continues, puts it all on the line. He takes them on and gets a pass back inside to probably the quickest player on the field in Darren Willis. Dean Raper had no chance, having to change direction to try and catch Willis. But Brandon Pearson, he scored one, he set one up, got his side going very nicely.
And leads this time successful from in front. It's football from Western Suburbs. 12-2 the score. And I mentioned at the start of last week's game, Peter, that they're developing into the Jekyll and Hydes of the competition. Week-to-week form means absolutely nothing with West.
Yeah, they're a dangerous side, aren't they? You know, they can play poorly one week, and then if you have a look through at the talent and the ability in the side, you know that they're capable of beating any team in the competition. The court over in the corner, it stops your options. The West have done a confident job of getting it out of their danger area. Harvey Howard, he's lost the football, which is a shame because it was a strong run.
Wasn't what? Taking on 2 and 3 every time he hits the ball up. Brown, now there's half a chance here on the left. Hardy, short pass for Smith. Smith is 10 metres out, floats the ball for Bronca, who gets to the corner to score. A question mark on the last pass, but it's on the board for the Dragons. 12-6 to the Magpies.
There is a question mark on the last pass, and unfortunately for Western Suburbs, they've been doing such a good job of getting the ball out, but they came up with the mistake from this Harvey Howard bust. Gavin Clinch played at the football. That's great stuff from the halfback. One-on-one, took on the big man. and came up with the right result. Jeff Hardy, lovely little play there. Brad Smith pushes through the tackle of Andrew Leeds and then on to Adrian Brunker. Didn't have a look at where the line was, but that might give us some sort of indication. You see here, Jeff Hardy steps back in. That committed a couple of players. A poor miss by Damien Kennedy. And a pass to Brunker, who had the simple task of catching the football and running 10 metres.
Right now it's with Wayne Bartram right from the sideline, just outside the 20-metre line. He would have kicked plenty of these at training, just to get the Dragons within 4 inside that converted try. Wayne Bartram from the sideline. This looks superb. Bartram successful, 2 from 2. For a moment there, it looked like he was going to lift in the tackle.
Making quite an art of stealing the football, Gavin Clinch, isn't he? He's just taking the ball off Harvey Howard there, and I can remember an earlier game from Wynn Stadium this year where he took the ball off Paul McGregor, who had to score the try. Clinch went for the football, came up with it, and saved a try on that occasion. He's helped set one up in this time.
So one thing about Western Suburbs here, they're doing a big job on Nathan Brown, and there could be a caution for going a little high on Nathan Brown this time round. Doyle is right in the centre of it. Adam Doyle, the 14. He's got him with a forearm. And then what followed was a bit of a melee, but the penalty will be for the high tackle in the first instance.
He's a fiery customer, Wayne Bartram, isn't he? He can't help himself getting involved in things. The amount of times that he comes away from tackles appearing as though he's ruffled by something that's taken place is uncanny, but plenty of players being spoken to now. There's Smith called out.
Coming onto the ball from 10 and 15 metres back.
Oh, he's Steve Roach.
Georgalis here with Doyle. Doyle able to bump away from Coyne, then wrestle free of Smith. Adam Doyle causing some problems. They can't get him to ground. He's able to play the ball quickly for Langmack. The Magpies on the boil with Pearson. Pearson half through again. Bartram was around the legs. It's the last tackle. Coyne slow to clear the ruck. Kick comes from Kevin McInnes. This is a good bomb aimed at the upright. It falls short of the line. Batted back by the Dragons from Mesha. Well, the bat back almost proved wrong. Hewitt says it's a knock-on against West.
Well, a lot of players went up for the football, but very skillful work here from Mesha at the end of it to pick that ball up and get it down. Yes, it's come off a Western Suburbs play. I think it was Jim Smith. And that was a clever piece of work there from Mesha. He started selling.
Doyle the tackler that time. Hardy, crowd chanting for an offside penalty. Hardy decides to run it alone. Gets over the 40-metre line. Now West end of the field. It's the last tackle and a chance to run the football. Brown makes the most of that chance. Now sends Bell on the chase. Willis and Bell. Willis gets there first. Gets it over the dead ball line. Gee, it's exciting stuff on that wing. Half-time siren has sounded in the meantime. And what a good half of football it's been. Western Suburbs and St George, two traditional rivals. The Magpies go to the break, leading by 12-8.
Area that you have to get control in is around the dummy half area. And Western Suburbs markers have been very strong in stopping Nathan Brown doing too much around there.
Bill Dunn running wide and through the tackle of Bartram, then steps Brown. Look at Dunn go. A dummy past Hardy for Leeds. Dunn, one of the more unlikely players to make a bust like that one. St George concede only their second penalty of the match, and it's right in front of their own post, 25 out.
Oh, the high 10 for Billy Dunn. Threw the big dummy at the end, and then found Andrew Leeds. He did absolutely everything right in that 40-metre burst. Heading across field away from Brown. The big fend through the tackle of Wayne Bartram. Inside Brown once again. There's the dummy. Jeff Hardy had no idea. And Andrew Leeds finally taken by the tackle of Clinch.
It's Ken McInnes. Long pass from dummy half for Georgalis. Cut-out ball for Kevin McInnes off the legs. Wasn't played at by the Dragons. No restart to the tackle count. West stay on the attack with Darren Willis. 15 out from the St George line. Kevin McInnes. Here it is with Smith. Then the short pass for Miller. Two former Roosters. 8 metres out from the Dragons line. It is the last tackle. Do they want the field goal yet? Langmack says no. The bomb goes up. It's not his best. Flying high was Leeds. Back for Langmack. Now for Lang for the corner. He gets there. Again, there could be a question mark on the last pass, but if there is, well, it's all square in the match.
Forget the field goal, go for the try. Tremendous work from Paul Langmack. It wasn't a particularly good kick, but his reaction to catch the rebound was excellent. There's the kick, not where he wanted it to go. It's gone across field, but he's doubled around behind. That came back to him very quickly from the Andrew Leeds back, and a Siri Lang, who can get across the line, had a little bit of space out wide. The winger had gone in. Mark Coyne was the wide. In fact, was Ainscough the widest man.
Control. Georgialis had a strong game, the number 7 for the Magpies. Millard carries over the 40-metre line. Strong charge from Shane Millard. 5 out, Brown. Ainscough. Here's the pass for Ward. Last tackle for the Dragons. Ainscough, long pass for Brunker. Inside ball, it's intercepted. Here goes McGuinness. There's 2 chasers. It's a foot race, but McGuinness, has he got the toe? Raper is there. Still going McGuinness. Raper makes the tackle.
Well, I cannot believe they came from behind to catch Ken McGuinness, and I also can't believe that he stopped. He had to keep going. Now Brandon Pearson out of dummy half.
Well, they still should score, the Magpies, and this would just about be the knockout punch. Bartram, can he disentangle himself from the tackle? Here's the pass from Kevin McGuinness for Georgialis. It's on the left. It's put down by Kennedy. The momentum is lost. 20 metres out from the St George line. Oh, McGuinness, he looked home on halfway. He didn't even have a look over the shoulder. He had a 10-metre break. It's the last tackle for West. Kevin McGuinness, he's got time to kick. It ricocheted off the chest of Hardy. Raper has to get back from in goal. He throws a risky pass for Bell. It's called forward.
It's all happening. What about that passage of play? St George looked like they might run in a try at the other end. All of a sudden, Ken McGuinness has gone, well, we thought he was going to go the length of the field. Beautiful intercept. And from one of the quickest players in the game, he's got a 10-yard start. Dean Raper pushes Gavin Clinch out of the way. Like, he just had to keep going, Ken McGuinness, and put out the fend to try and get rid of Raper.
There's an untidy play the ball. Ward for Clinch. Flat pass there for Pearson. He's been another player locked up today. He's only probably slipped one offload in the match. On the last tackle, Clinch kicking. It's Brunker v Lang on this occasion. Brunker was there first. Loses the football. It's play on the kick from Ainscough. He's getting to the ball. This is a mess. And there's a penalty against St George. And it's the challenge coming from Brunker that has incurred the penalty.
Well, there's been a couple of things happening in this game that I don't think I've ever seen in a game of rugby league. Andrew Leeds willing the football to go over the sideline, doesn't play at it, so Jamie Ainscough kicks the ball through. Brunker's a mile offside, and then he gets in the way of a Siri Lang, and that's the only reason that Jamie Ainscough or Gavin Clinch wouldn't have been awarded the try.
Result for St George, you would have thought. But instead, they infringe, and the penalty goes the way of West. So out of trouble. There's some heavy defence. Bell and Coyne. Kennedy. Western Suburbs with Pearson. Pearson thrown over.
He appears to like the much more difficult takes. That one wasn't an easy one either. And now St George showing their desperation, going wide. They've got to score quick points. Jeff Hardy, some light footing in the centre of the ruck, but loses the football at the end. And
Billy Dunn is there to scoop it up for Western Suburbs. And Billy Dunn, off he goes again, Big Bill.
Throw a dummy, Bill.
25 metres out from the St George line. Slow to get off him was Lance Thompson. Here's James Smith. In the Pearson tackle, offloads back for Mesher. 15 out from the St George line. Held in the Hardy tackle. Western Suburbs with Hasler. Hasler up to Clinch. He's able to hang on. 10 metres out now from the Dragons line. Georgialis. Georgialis is only 5 out. Well, if they didn't want the field goal before, now's the perfect time, leading by 12. Mesher for Smith. Then the ball, some quick hands from Langmack. Leeds for the corner. Leeds in the tackle of Brown, he's forced it. Andrew Leeds has scored for Western Suburbs. No doubt about it. In the two-man tackle, the veterans have combined, Langmack and Leeds.
Beautifully constructed. Paul Langmack, lovely little offload here as they go to the left-hand side. If we freeze it there, you can see how Andrew Leeds has come around here. Just the one St George player and a couple on the outside. As play continues, that was the key pass. It committed Mark Bell. Nathan Brown coming across, didn't have the strength to hold out Andrew Leeds, and the momentum takes him over. A good option to run the football on the last tackle. And there Gavin Clinch rushing up out of the line. Andrew Leeds, he set his sights on scoring the try himself and gets the ball down beautifully.
We were watching that replay. Mark Coyne was in heated debate almost with referee Matt Hewitt. The many local juniors in this West outfit. It's the last tackle. Mesha. Leeds, pressure on the kicker here. Andrew Leeds gets a good bomb in. It's against Adrian Brunker. Lang takes it on the full. He's called offside. Well, having the wingers come into play in this match.
That's a great start. And he must have just been in front. Let's just have a look where Lang is. He's onside. I didn't think there was a problem there with the Surrey Lang.
Well, it's the touch judge at the bottom of the screen that's ruled that he's offside. He'd run with the Magpies. Kennedy was around the legs. Brown passes for Tracy. There was a crier forward. Tracy bumps through Kevin McGuinness. The pass is knocked down by Ken. It's play on for the Dragons. 5 metres out from the line. Wests have come up with the ball. Andrew Leeds. Incredible play to get to the ball.
He's trying to play his way back into that City Origin side, I'd say.
Some bumping defence inside the 10 Western Suburbs. 11-4. For Hearn. Hearn just runs. Oh, one of the Western Suburbs players may have copped one in the throat as he went up for the tackle. It was Millard. It's on halfway. St George attacking. Clinch. Hardy, Millard out of the line for Western Suburbs. St George 5 metres inside the west half. Hardy. Here it is with Pearson. Support not there if he was able to pop a pass. Millard being assisted from the field for West. Be careful with a restart. Some of their players beyond the 20-metre line. Now Wayne Bartram. Over the 30-metre line. He's been... Oh, the ball stolen in the tackle. Well, that's allowed. One-on-one. It was quite a wrestling match.
And what a surprise, Wayne Bartram doesn't like it. Jerry Mesha, thief in the night.
40 out from the west line. Thompson trying to run straight. Hasler was the tackler. Last play here for the Dragons. Clinch has knocked on a dummy half. It'll be a changeover. Into the tacklers, Andrew Tengadatoa in 30 for the Dragons. This is Howard. Oh, good run from Harvey Howard. 20 metres, 25 made from the Englishman. Big run.
Inspirational stuff from the big man.
In the 71st minute as well, Georgalis. Kennedy. Top low. Mesha the tackler. Now Tony Hearn. Short pass. Through the centre goes Mark Bell. Away from Mesha. Where's the support? Oh, flying tackle from Leeds. Brown back with it for St George. On halfway. The support just wasn't there for Mark Bell. Now Clinch. Bartram. Bartram. For Lenahan. McGuinness is on his back.
Well, he has played well this afternoon as well, but there haven't been too many poor performances in the black and whites.
Here's Langmack passing back there for Kevin McGuinness. McGuinness shows his speed. Kevin McGuinness sends them on the chase in field. Getting back as Clinch. He tidies up for St George and is on the end of a Willis tackle. Another great left side rush from the Magpies.
Again featuring Paul Langmack, a good offload, and the speed, explosive speed of Kevin McGuinness. That's a great ball from Paul Langmack. And can't this kid hike? Looks inside, sums up the best option, believes that it's the kick. And Gavin Clinch did a good halfback job to get back in front of the winger.
The 81-10 and $1,000 coming the way of the best on ground. Hearn offloads there for Bartram. Here's Coyne stepping. Back there for Bartram. They're on their own 40. Clinch fires it across for Hardy, kicking. He'll need to chase himself. Jeff Hardy scoops it up beautifully for Raper. What skills from Jeff Hardy, and then the tackle from behind by Asiri Lang. 15 out from the west line. Lenahan, Pearson in the centres. Ken McGuinness is the tackler. It dribbles back for Lenahan. From 5 metres out he passes, and Kevin McGuinness has wrapped it up for West.
Perfectly earlier when just the enthusiasm hasn't been there, and against any team in this West Cup competition. You've just got to be prepared to dive on the loose balls. There's a miracle pass attempted to be thrown, and it's okay for Siri
Lang. Look at him motor. Held by the tackle of Brunker, but he was really getting going as Siri Lang. Now with Ken McGuinness. Oh, the defence at 6s and 7s. Long ball for Kevin McGuinness. Straightening up the attack, little Kevin McGuinness, half a metre short.
Still to the left.
Dummy half his measure. Will he have a go himself? He throws a long pass back. Georgalis is back for it. It's still exciting lead from the Magpies. Pearson is short of the line. The ball comes loose. It's a changeover on the last.
Well, the $1,000 Nokia man of the match, and also the winner of the 8110 Nokia mobile phone goes to the West captain, Paul Langmack. Were you surprised at the ease of the score?
No, I suppose the ease of the score, but we've had a good game coming for a while now, and it's about time. We've only won one game before today, and it was getting pretty frustrated. The Knives were out, but we stuck in there, and we can show we can play a bit of football.
Well, one of the things, obviously, was to close down Brown and Bartram from dummy half. Didn't make a break all day.
No, that was our game plan. Nathan Brown, Wayne Bartram, great players, and if we close them down, well, we're on the way to victory, and that's what happened today.
I know I get in trouble for wrapping the front rows all the time. What about Harvey Howard? Outstanding performance.
Yeah, he's been out for 4 weeks, and the last 4 weeks we've really missed Harvey going forward. Creates opportunities for himself and everyone else out wide. He's a big guy, and he's not as big as you, but Block here have certainly put the weight on.
Well, we know how good that they've been out wide, the Western Suburbs backs. Really returned to that form today. Yeah,
well, we haven't scored many points this year, mainly because we haven't had the go forward, but Harvey proved that today, and I thought Billy Dunn's been playing sensational week in, week out, and I'd like to give him a rap. He played good again today, and hopefully everyone will get to Campbelltown next week for the Firebrave versus Silvertails, Manly and West on Sunday, and hopefully we can break the ground record.
All right, mate, congratulations. Well played for an aged old veteran.
Yeah, I know I feel like a kid. I'm playing with all these young blokes with Tom Radonic as the spirit, and no, it's just good fun. We had fun today, and when you enjoy yourself, you play good. But I'd like to thank Nokia and Channel 9 for a great award, and thanks.
You want it? You want it or what?
Oh, yeah, I want it because you might eat it.